Hello, everyone, and thank you for visiting my channel. Today, I want to talk about the distinctions between South American women and Filipinas. South America and the Philippines are typically attractive locations in a globalized world where men increasingly seek cross cultural relationships, often motivated by a desire for traditional values or unique emotional connections. Warm, feminine women who value relationships, family, and community are a hallmark of both regions. However, their expectations, attitudes, and cultures differ greatly. The realistic expectations of women in South America are compared to those in the Philippines. The legacy of colonization, indigenous cultures, and the lasting impact it has on how relationships are viewed in society is reasons enough for men traveling abroad. Stay tuned. Filipino women occupy roles that have been influenced by Spanish colonial Catholicism, indigenous matriarchal civilizations, American culture, and a unique cultural ideal embodied by the Maria Clara image, which places a strong emphasis on family orientation, humility, and loyalty. According to South American cultural standards, women are typically assigned nurturing and household responsibilities. The deeply ingrained concepts of Marianismo and machismo create a gender philosophy where women embody moral strength and submissiveness, while men maintain dominance. While Marianismo idealizes women as long suffering caregivers confined to household and family duties, machismo promotes male power in both public and private spheres, often leading to the perception of gender based inequalities. Nevertheless, despite these so called inequalities, there are some women who have emerged as leaders in politics, activism, and community organizing events. The typical South American woman is expected to focus on her family and manage the household. Some, of course, choose to juggle a double shift of earning money on top of that, calling it being financially independent from their husbands. Of course, we know the husband's money is mostly to pay the bills, while her money is spent mostly on herself. Now, this is not for the outliers. We know there are good women out there for whom this rule doesn't apply. But this is a general premise that no one wants to talk about. Women have gained access over the years to education, which has significantly improved, and girls now often attend more schools than boys. Disparities in economic and political engagement still persist due to social and biological factors. Despite the changes occurring as nations modernize and women seek more opportunities, due to the kinds of job women are capable of doing, they choose to get into mostly medical fields, accounting, real estate, and such, neglecting jobs that require more physical exertion, which pays more. South American women frequently strike a balance between activism and resilience while still honoring some, not all, traditional values related to family and community. Social movements and womenist activities are actively challenging traditional views. In contrast, Filipino women cultivate a unique harmony between tradition and modernity, influenced by Spanish Catholic ideals and a matriarchal cultural heritage. Traits such as modesty, familial devotion, nurturing, and social awareness are often associated with the typical Filipina. Catholicism plays a significant role in shaping the Maria Clara ideal for Filipinos, a cultural archetype symbolizing a shy, demure, and morally strong woman. Colonial and religious forces, however, enforce more restrictive gender roles, aware that some women historically enjoy important legal and social privileges in pre colonial eras, such as property ownership and leadership responsibilities. The majority of Filipinos today typically handle household chores and family finances, earning the title of Ilar ng Tahanan, Light of the Home. Many Filipinas now hold significant positions in industry, government, and education, showcasing the high levels of education and professional participation attained by Filipinas. A matriarchal network still exists in the Philippines and provides women with substantial informal control. In terms of behavior, most Filipinas are characterized as amiable, family focused, emotionally expressive, and socially welcoming, with the exception of those raised in the province, who may be socially awkward in the outside world. The culture places a strong emphasis on upholding family dignity, harmony, and respect for elders. Conventional courtship remains conservative, with women often expected to be reserved and men expected to be respectful. Notwithstanding these conventions, Filipino women today manage their duties at home and in the workplace, with many pursuing career goals while upholding cultural expectations regarding childcare. Women in South America often have strong ties to their communities and families. In addition to earning income, they frequently assume the responsibility of caring for elderly family members and children. Women may be expected to follow traditional feminine values and be submissive in a cultural context where male dominance is still socially upheld. Women frequently utilize social movements as a platform to challenge norms and assert their rights. Many South American women demonstrate tenacity by balancing social expectations with financial challenges. In particular, indigenous and Afro descendant women embody the intersections of multiple identities, resulting in complex issues and dynamic actions, varying by socioeconomic and ethnic background. The extent to which traditional roles are maintained is shaped by the significant differences in women's experiences across urban rural divides, economic status, and ethnic identity. Filipino women have historically been responsible for managing household finances and providing care, often regarded as the foundation of stable families. While this dynamic is shifting in urban and contemporary contexts, expectations still impose the Maria Clara ideal, which underscores modesty, demureness, and family devotion. Though many continue to grapple with traditional expectations surrounding marriage and parenting, Filipinas have made significant progress in their professional and educational pursuits. While women wield substantial informal authority in households, social and legal norms such as conservative views on divorce and societal expectations of women still persist. Most Filipino women are celebrated for being friendly, outgoing, and dedicated to maintaining harmonious relationships. Traditional dating customs emphasize respect and modesty, alongside evolving dynamics that reflect urban lifestyles and Western influences. Even while South America still retains conventional gender norms that prioritize family care, notable changes have emerged due to societal and economic shifts. Women are defying what they perceive to be constructive machismo norms by becoming increasingly involved in political movements, the workforce, and education. However, customs continue to hold influence, particularly among marginalized ethnic groups and in rural areas. Many women find a balance between upholding cultural roles and achieving modern equality by integrating activism and leadership with these traditions. Some women voluntarily embrace traditional roles, while others challenge them to enhance their opportunities, creating a persistent conflict between preserving cultural identity and evolving gender relations. Filipino women represents a distinctive fusion of modernism and heritage. A cultural touchstone, the Maria Clara ideal continues to shape standards of feminine behavior, including modesty and family devotion. With historical origins in pre colonial female power and a matriarchal family structure, Filipino women have historically enjoyed comparatively high levels of education and social participation in comparison to many Asian nations. As a result of continuous cultural changes brought about by economic growth and westernization, modern Filipinas frequently balance traditional roles with career goals. There's a growing empowerment and assertion of rights, including political leadership and challenges to conservative societal norms like maritime subservience, even if many people still adhere to traditional family oriented beliefs. Strong cultural traditions that prioritize family, community, and traditional gender roles have formed women in South America and the Philippines. Yet they actively reinterpret these roles in modern society. Though activism and rising educational levels challenge these conventions, South American women frequently challenge gender roles that they believe impact their social, economic, and political lives. Filipino women, on the other hand, combine traditional ideals of modesty and family loyalty with notable advancements in education, careers, and leadership, despite being affected by a heritage of female authority that has been veiled by colonial and religious restraints. Depending on personal preferences, expectations of women in both regions will vary depending on socioeconomic status, urban or rural living, and individual choices. Both embody varying degrees of traditional roles, yet ongoing social transformations reflect their diverse paths towards their goals for their community. All right, guys, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.